Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, Scorpio, we're starting out with that Eight of Discs energy. This is all about, retaining your sources, building them up, moving, in a way that is more frugal. Maybe there is a sense of, prudence, of course. So that is intentional, that is thoughtful, but it's also with a mind towards saving for the future. Okay, squirreling away the goods that you need. So when we get this card, I'm always excited because it really is kind of like a time where we are doing inventory over our lives and we're deciding what should stay, what should go, what do we actually have time for, what do we actually have energy for. I don't know about you, but I am really good at offering up my help or my service or, just my time in general. And I don't always consider how it's going to affect everything else. So when I see this, I know that we are aware. We're aware that something maybe needs to change. Maybe there needs to be more of an emphasis on self-care, being around the home, doing things like fixing up parts of the house, projects. Maybe this is about tending to relationships or setting boundaries, right? This could be about work. Maybe you're somebody, I'm talking to a Scorpio, so you might be somebody who becomes, obsessive almost about work, right? Like what do we used to call as workaholic people? Now it's just hustle, right? Everybody is on the grind. So we're going to see. We're going to turn the bowl. And I want to say thank you so very much for deciding to click on the reading. And if you want to help the channel in any way, if you're interested in doing that, I'm not going to ask for money. Don't worry. If you like the video, it helps the channel immensely. If you subscribe, that shows you then when your next readings are coming up. I'll always put the readings on the premiere so that you have a little bit of foreknowledge that it's coming. And yeah. So, what's the other thing? If you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. I've been asking my last couple signs, what is your favorite art piece? I don't care what the medium is, if it's music, if it's literature, if it's paintings, whatever. What is your favorite art piece? I'm a huge nerd for art, so I'm always interested, and I am so excited whenever I meet somebody that knows an artist that I've never experienced before. So anyhow, let's get going. It looks like we have, I almost want to say, it looks like it says zip, maybe Z-I-P, Z-I-P. But it also looks like a L-E over here. So I want to kind of turn this. Now this one kind of looks like it says Emmy. Like Emily or something like that. This one looks like some kind of animal that's lying down, you can see. And very peaceful, kind of restful posture. And then here it looks like It almost looks like it's just N-A. Y? Nay? Nay. Like a horse. But it does look like Zipe, maybe? I don't know. It does look like Z-I-P and then an E over here as well. So I don't know. Maybe you know what it is. Now, we also have Emmy. We have the animal that's lying down. Now, I want to look right in here. No, I don't have my pointer. Where did I put it? I guess I didn't bring it in here with me. I'm going to use the knife. Sorry. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe if I close it. There we go. We'll point with this. Okay, so right in here we have, where did you go? You're right there. So we have, it looks like a dog. You can see the head here. Here's the body, the legs. Now, it does look like somebody's grabbing onto its tail, okay? And down here, it looks like we have a person. Here's the head, the body, the arms are up, the legs are down here. Next to them, it looks like we have maybe a night piece from like chess, and a chess piece. So to me, and then we have this person over here too that looks like they're fighting this dog. This one looks like the head of the dog, and then this looks like a person with their legs kind of curled up. And maybe a infinity sign. Woo! Infinity sign. So to me, it feels like there have been maybe a few encounters lately that have just turned into conflict, like immediately almost. I feel that you have this kind of almost anxiety that they're going to keep coming back and they're going to keep causing problems. Now, I almost wonder if this is family, because it feels like you're just being pulled in different directions. Like it looks like there's a person. I know it's the dog here, right? But in this one, it almost does look like there's a person here sticking something into a person here, and their arm is up. Kind of they're falling backwards. And then it looks like the dog is actually grabbing onto them and, kind of pulling them. So to me, it feels like you've been betrayed by somebody who felt very much like a best friend. Like they were loyal until the end, or they were going to be, right? You hoped that they would be. You never questioned it. You just, you've known each other forever. So I'm guessing it's a sibling or just a really good friend that you've known since you were a kid. And I feel like it's everywhere you turn and everything you say, it feels like it just causes more problems. Like everybody's mad at you. And I don't know that you can really figure out, like, where did this all start? And I think that's the big thing I'm feeling here, is this almost kind of being perplexed by why the heck would this all go down like this. I'm taking a drink here. I don't feel like you are somebody who has a lot of drama in your life usually. So this is actually like a really uncomfortable thing for you. And I don't think you've ever been the one that's been the center of an attack from people either, right? So it not only is it off-putting because it's family, you weren't expecting this, but also because it is centered on you. And I don't think it started that way. it feels like it's like being turned on, right? And no matter which way or what you say or what you do, it just keeps getting worse. Okay. So I do feel that there is a sense of uh, really, I mean, first of all, not wanting to put up with this. Let's just be real about that. Um, but I also feel like there's buried in this pain is a sense of freedom. Because I think, like, for so long, you have just kind of tried to keep your distance when things got messy. And I don't think it's like so out of the realm of comprehension that something like this would happen within your family. It feels like there is, a good amount of conflict, like any family has. But I feel like for you, for it to be the first time in your life to be the one that it's centered on, uh, it's like you were always waiting for it to happen. Like you've been walking on eggshells for years. And now that it has happened and it has been, pretty bitter, it's been painful, heartbreaking, anxiety, all of the stuff. But I feel like also it's kind of like the thing that you were worried about happening has happened. So there is a sense of like, okay, now I can just move forward, right? Where maybe you knew that you needed to have better boundaries or even maybe have some, no contact with certain people in your family. I feel like you just couldn't commit yourself to it. And so this is going to be one of those first strides towards, and I'm not advocating for estrangement of families by any means, but I also will not advocate for people to stay in dynamics that are harmful to their psyche, their emotional state, and their physicality, right? Everything affects our physical. So if it is emotional abuse or mistreatment, it flows right into the body. So ultimately, if things are too much or too corrupted, then by all means, go no contact. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but sometimes we need some peace in our lives, don't we? Okay. So something about teeth. We have TEHT and another E over here. We also have the number 8 again. So maybe you've been having some trouble with your teeth. Maybe that is more prominent recently with all of the Halloween and harvest or spring festivals going on, getting ready for the next season coming up pretty soon here. It looks like we have children dressing up maybe. We have a witch with the hat, the body, a little sack of something. We have a person here. We have another one that has devil ears on. And we have a tree that has a star right at its base. So it does feel like maybe this is the year for you to be finally, after maybe not doing it for quite a while or maybe years and years, to get back into celebrating. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go all out, but I do feel like you're coming out of maybe a lull in your life. And I feel like more and more you are really excited to partake in things. Um, you know, there's so many people in the world that just kind of wait around for something to happen, to be invited somewhere, or somebody's going to put on, a dinner or a special event, and then I'll go to that. And the reality is, you're going to be waiting a long time, usually, right? Unless you start creating your own fun. Maybe you start having dinners. Maybe you start having like a Uno night, or maybe, going and joining a evening class. Go and learn about like art history or something with other people in your community. I feel like for you, there has been this maybe kind of pulling away from socializing, and that's gone on for some years here. And now it's like you're getting back into it, right? You're getting back into wanting to do all kinds of fun stuff, going and taking a drive to see like the biggest ball of yarn, or, going out trick-or-treating with the kids, or, finding like one of those adult age-wise, right? That's it, age-wise, like functions, like something, where I live, they do these like adult, like proms, second chance at prom or whatever. And it's like all people my age and like older, in their 40s and stuff. And I guess they like put on like little dances and stuff, and there's all kinds of things going on in the world. And so it does feel to me like you are ready to get back out there. Now, maybe not dating, but to meet people, to do some things, hear some music, look at some cool stuff, Excuse me. So I see that being kind of a big focus for you. Now, I want to look over here. We have, you know what? We have the tree and the star. So the star is all about our goals. Okay, now the tree is also about family, ancestry, legacy, building something for yourself, right? So I feel like in this time, as you're getting out into the world, experiencing things, you are reminded of your goals, of the things that you love, of maybe dreams that had been abandoned because of time, money, kids, whatever. So I do feel like whatever you get out into the world to do, it's going to remind you. It's going to remind you that you have a lot to offer. You have this creative spark. You are something fantastic, and you have so much to share with the world. And so I feel like, yes, this is going to help you really refocus yourself on these larger goals. Okay, now we have somebody dancing right here. Okay, it looks like a ballerina. We also have, it looks like a J and a U. Okay, and over here it looks like we have a person wearing a dress, and I see almost kind of like praying or lifting up, making an offering to the sky. Okay, now we also have a heart. We have an exclamation mark. We have the letter T. And we have a very like muscly kind of man. And we have a bird. So I feel like there is a sense of really kind of a very masculine feeling person in your life. They're either the one that is courting you, or they are the one that, or they're trying to court you, right? Or maybe this is a person, it could be you, obviously. But I feel like there's this real sense of like a very skillful feminine person, and a very able and proactive masculine energy. So I see these two things like really coming together in a divine unity. I feel like there's a lot of like being like completing one another, coming into a place where you can work within yourself, but also with somebody else. And it feels very fluid. I feel like so often it's not emphasized enough about how we need people in our lives that we can vibe with while we're like building stuff, we're working on projects, we're going through emotional events in life and just trying to get through the day by day thing. And if you say marry somebody that you find it hard to like live with domestically, you're not on the same page, you can't agree on things, every time something needs to get done, you're fighting, that is such just soul-sucking kind of energy. It makes you just don't want to do anything, right, together. But when you find somebody you can work with and they listen to you and you listen to them and like you can build your ideas together, it's a whole different vibe. It makes working with that person a delight, even when things are hard. So I feel like you have this connection growing. Okay. And in this next time, I do feel like there will be something that you're working on together. And I do feel like this is going to be something that you want to share with the world. Okay. You're going to be posting about it, making, content maybe about it. Maybe this is like, I don't know, some kind of you start a nonprofit with somebody, you start doing a series of paintings with somebody, something like this. And yeah, I feel like this is going to be a time that is very fertile for you, right? There's another phallic symbol, right in there. So it does feel like this real fiery wand energy, creative flow. It feels good. It feels like you're going to be in a very good place with all of this. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do our lucky numbers. Where should I put this? Maybe just up here. We'll do lucky numbers with these dice since I don't have, or since I don't have my regular ones. Okay, we have either 61 or 7 for the first number. Oops. Okay, so we either have 64 or 10. I had to count for a second. I was like, wait a second, what if I get it wrong? 10. I know, it's just wild. I have such trouble with communicating my thoughts. We have a 5 and a 6. So that would be 56 or it would be 11. 11. All right. And we will end with, here, we'll do 3 words from our, what is it called? Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Okay. So we'll do, what's your first one? Order. Yep. Getting stuff in order. Definitely. Leaning into that eccentric quality that you have and staying devoted to the work that you're doing. Absolutely. All right. Scorpio, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I'm just going to say I love you again. Take care of yourself. We'll talk in a few days. Good night.